Hello, everyone. We're back again with Big Brother, season 24. I'm going to do episode 34 and 35 together because, listen, I already knew who the winner was. It was already spoiled for me before I even watched the episodes, and that's why I haven't felt like doing it. But I've decided to go through it, and so I'm just going to do both episodes together because because 34 I pretty much skipped through the whole thing. It's a freaking flashback episode, and I hate those. I hate it when they did it in Survivor, and I freaking hate it when they do it in Big Brother. It's bullshit. It's filler. It's nonsense. Anyways, that's what they chose to do. So I skipped through that whole thing, and it turns out the entire episode of 34 was filler, and I had to skip to the end where they pretty much just set up the next freaking challenge and didn't even continue it. So 34 was a bust. I'm not even gonna pay attention to that. But we go to 35, and we continue on with the first challenge of the finals, which it was a competition where they had to hold on to they're on a platform with a giant wiener, and they had to hold on to it while it's bucking and stuff like that. So uh, it seemed like a competition to me. I thought the one that was going to win would be Taylor. Because she's smaller and much easier to hold yourself in place and maintain your balance and your weight when you're a smaller individual. Because when you get bucking around, your body weight is the thing that you're fighting. No matter how strong you are, if you're fighting against your own body weight, then it's that much of a challenge. And she has less body weight, and she has a lower center of gravity. So I figured she'd win this. But then the platform started to bucking a little bit more violently and spinning around a little bit more. And then I'm like, all right, now it became a competition of strength a little bit and less about endurance. And in the end, she didn't have the strength, and she was the first one out. All right. She was the first one out. And I was like, damn. I mean, I know how it ends, but now it looks like she didn't win the first competition. So maybe she'll win the second one. So she was the first one out. And then it was next, it came down between Monty and Turner. And in the middle of it, Turner was talking about he has this fear, or he gets motion sickness very easily. I'm just like, I mean, I guess that's an important detail, but this, how weak can this dude be? He's a grown man. First of all, he's a vegetarian. He's small and weak. His hair is like a dirty rug. He dresses he literally he went to a homeless version of a thrift store. And he's very sensitive, and he's bisexual. So does his girlfriend have a girlfriend or a boyfriend? I mean, I understand it's a new age and everything is different now and masculinity is different now, but this is the thing. He's going to be trying to start a family with this woman. He wants to marry her. Probably going to have kids. Is she going to have to protect him? Or are they going to have to protect each other? What happens if someone breaks into the house? What is he going to do? He's definitely not going to have guns, because if he cares that much about animals that he doesn't want to eat them, but then he's definitely not having a gun. And he's weak. He's not protecting anybody. Just like, how do you even feel safe with a guy like, well, she chose him. Maybe she has it figured out. I don't know. I don't care. And the world is a safe place, so it's a good time to be a pussy. It doesn't matter. So they're bucking, and Monty's dealing with a lot more body weight than anybody else. And plus, the dude doesn't have a very strong core. You've seen the season. You've seen him in the balance competition. He's garbage, hot garbage. He can't do it. So he falls out second, and Turner wins the first competition of the three-parter. Then we go to the second competition, and it is they have to match up the competitions with the days that they happen, in the order that they happen. So it's the HOH and the POV, and they have to did I say POV? Veto. All right, so they have to match them up. So they're going to be grabbing the names of the competition. Is going to be a card. They have to grab them and then zip line over to another platform and then set up the things in order. And it's going to be a timed event. And right away, Taylor, she did excellent in this one. She knew exactly what the orders was. She studied the competitions and she got them down. I was like, yep, that's good. If she freaking wins this and she wins the next one, she deserved the win. She deserves everything. Monty screws up. He puts the veto competition over at the HOH competition spot because they both start with VIP. So he kind of mixed up the names and then he flipped it around. And I was like, all right, she definitely got this one. Like, she didn't make any mistakes. They go to the time. She did 7 minutes and 4 seconds. I'm like, damn. That seems pretty fast. Go to his time, and he did 6 minutes and 54 seconds. I'm like, God damn, she's hot garbage. Like, he messed up, and he still beat you. So she didn't win either competition, which means she can only get taken to the end. So I don't understand what the hell happened, but hey, we're going through it. So we go to the third competition, and it is a trivia style competition where they have to determine there's going to be 3 statements made by jury members, and they have to determine which one was the lie. And so they're going through it, and they're both tied. It's Monty and Turner, and they're both tied all the way through until one question where Turner got it wrong, Monty got it right. Monty was ahead. The next question after that, I believe they both got it wrong, and so Monty's still ahead. And then there's another question where Turner got it wrong again, and Monty definitely took it. So Monty wins the final HOH competition, which means that's 2 more wins on his belt to Turner's 1, which means he's ahead of Turner in competition wins, and he did better in jury management. So all he has to do is take Turner to the end, and he can win this game. He doesn't. He decided to he in his head is the easier route to take Taylor into the end with him. So that's what he chooses to do. Takes Taylor to the end. Takes Taylor to the end, and the jury members asked him a bunch of questions, and his answers they were like, "What do you think besides winning HOH or something, besides getting Michael out, what do you think was your biggest move in the game?" And his dumbass says eliminating, what is his name? Turner, which is dumb. Turner is on the jury. He's going to be voting for you. Why would you say he was your biggest move? Why would you say that? That doesn't make sense. I mean, he wasn't your biggest move. He wasn't. That's not what got you to where you were. Your biggest move was aligning with the right people. He's so freaking dumb. He's so unbelievably stupid. So that's what he says, and obviously he could tell from the people's faces looking at them that wasn't an impressive answer. It didn't impress anybody. You freaking dummy. So he asked a bunch of questions, and then it gets to the final statement or whatever, and Taylor does the ultimate feminist speech where she was just like, you have an opportunity here to change the way this game's winners look in this game, and you have to choose who represent the thing of the season, which was resilience. And she was like, I went through this, I've been called this, I've been this, and just throwing out all these victim cards, but she's saying, I'm not a victim, I'm a victor. And it was like, you threw out all this sympathy stuff, rile up people's emotions to make them feel sorry for you, and try to guilt trip them into voting for you, but yet you're not a victim, you're a victor. Then she says, oh, I've always tried to protect the women. The women? The women who all hated you from the beginning, the women who all turned on you, you trying to protect the women. So she's saying she's always been for the ladies from the beginning, even though she came in the game focusing on trying to be sexual and manipulate the men, and completely ignored the women, without even building a relationship with the women. Her way of building a relationship with the women was to show them all her dresses and say, oh, you can pick whatever you want. To be the center of attention, and tell the rest of the ladies, oh, I have all this stuff. Oh, there you go. Have this. Like she was the queen and they were her servants. That's her way of getting the women on her side. This chick is annoying and full of shit. The way she rewrites history like that, it's bullshit. If she was an honest person and she said she manipulated throughout the game, I would be like, all right, freaking good gameplay. But you're a bullshitter. It's annoying. So she says all this feminist garbage about why she should win, because winning is no longer about performance anymore, because now we should change the way the game is played, because they all want to fucking tick a box and say, oh, a black woman won this season. Isn't that incredible? A black woman can win even though she didn't deserve it. We should just have affirmative action when it comes to competition now. Right? No, why even compete? Just look who has the best story and be like, oh yeah, just vote for them. Just give them the money. Why have all this bullshit? Why waste everybody's time? Just give them the money, because look at that. Their skin color and their gender is in the right place. And the moment she started giving that speech, and I'm looking at the panel and I'm like, fucking a bunch of soy and women, and they're definitely going to vote for her. She's going to win. Because not only did Monty not do himself any favors, he's a fucking idiot. So she said she embodies resilience. And look at how what she did and how she got herself here in the end and all this stuff. This chick who said she did it on her own and she was resilient. Keep in mind, the only reason she remained in the game is that people took pity on her and helped her. People propped her up and got her through the game. She was carried all the way through the game and carried to the end. Even if she didn't win that HOH, she would have been fine. The other two people on the wall with her during that HOH that she won were all in her alliance, and she would have been fine. She didn't need to win. She got carried and helped, and people sympathized and helped her, and she gets to the end and she says she embodies resilience. Every motherfucker that can crawl their way to the end pretty much are resilient, isn't it? You're just going to ignore all the help that you got and all the sympathy that you got, and then still try to throw all those things where, oh, people said hurtful things about me. It hurt my feelings. So I'm still a victim. You're also a fucking champion because all these people helped you. All these people, what was it, six people that formed a whole alliance around you to help you in this game. But you're still a victim. You still suffered. And you did it all on your own. So Taylor wins. And Big Brother is shit. It's all propaganda now. We're all spreading the message.